So I mentioned in my Black Friday haul video that I bought the AirPods Pro. Again, even though in my initial unboxing of the AirPods Pro, I decided to stick with my Sony WF-1000XM3s, but something changed. Something over the last few months was different. So these are the top 5 reasons why I switched from the Sony WF-1000XM3s to the AirPods Pros. So let's go ahead and check it out. And before we hop into it, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss videos like this. I do videos like this every Wednesday, and I do news videos every Sunday. So don't miss it. There's like a little bell thing too. You can hit that to get notifications if you want to. And before we hop into my top 5 reasons, this is in no way hating on the Sony WF-1000XM3s. These are excellent headphones, and the sound quality is pretty much unmatched as far as earbuds from what I've heard. So sound quality wise, I would definitely recommend these over the AirPods Pros. But if sound quality is not the most important things, there are several reasons why I'm now using AirPods Pros over these headphones. And the other thing that I like to preference is I have a 3-tiered headphone system because I'm a complicated, difficult person. And what I mean by that is I have my workout headphones, I have my take with me everyday use headphones, and then I have my I really want high quality audio over the ear headphones for when I'm at home. So this is kind of me being nitpicky, and both of these fall into the headphones that I take with me on a daily basis when I'm not necessarily going to work out. So these filled that spot for me, and this is kind of what inspired my choice or my top 5 reasons. So let's hop into it with reason number 1, and that is the fit. So when I did my AirPods Pro unboxing, I noticed immediately I took them out of the box and I popped them right in, and I immediately got a good fit, and that is still true with the AirPods Pros. Now, they do slip out of my ear occasionally and I do have to readjust them, but as far as just putting them into my ear and getting the noise canceling like right away, just feeling that effect, these are just a lot easier to use than the Sony headphones. And also with the Sony ones, they kind of require a swiveling motion. Like when you put them in, you have to put them in and then you have to twist them to get a good seal. Now I did get used to this, but when they kind of slip, like all headphones do for me, like slip out of my ear a little bit, it was just always more of a pain to get them back in than simply just pushing them back into my ear. And with that being said, the AirPods are also just generally lighter. They don't feel as heavy in my ears as these headphones do. They're both pretty comfortable, but I have to say that the AirPods over time, especially if you're wearing them like for a phone conversation, are a lot more comfortable. Reason 2, Bluetooth connectivity. Now I don't know what it is with these headphones, but for some reason I noticed that they do drop out a lot more than the AirPods. And generally, even with the AirPods, the original ones, with the Powerbeats Pro and with the AirPods Pro, as far as when they're connected, they rarely ever drop out. Like I rarely have issues with them. These have issues a lot more frequently for some reason. And aside from them dropping out, they also sometimes take like up to a minute before they actually connect to my phone. Like I'll take them out, I'll put them in, they'll turn on, and then it takes up to a minute to connect. There's also a toggle option in the app to either favor sound quality or Bluetooth connectivity. I'll be honest, I didn't notice much when I enabled that mode for like the sound quality. Like it didn't sound that much different. These headphones still sound really good, but I did notice that it did drop out even more, and the boost in sound quality wasn't worth it. So I definitely recommend not using that if you do get the Sony WF-1000XM3s. This is from an iPhone user's perspective, so maybe these issues don't exist as much on Android phones. I haven't really tested it, but even switching from the iPhone 11 Pro to the 12 Pro, I still experience the same issues. There's also just random issues where like I would go into an app, like I would go to the Ring app to check on my cameras and then try to go back to listen to music, and they would completely disconnect and then take 15 seconds to reconnect back to the phone. So it was just a bunch of issues that, like a bunch of small issues with connectivity that most of the time that don't really affect the experience too much, but it does get annoying after a while. And then also sometimes on phone calls after like 30 minutes, because I do talk on the phone a long time when I'm on the phone. There's very few people I talk to, but when I'm on the phone, I'm on there for a long time. Sometimes they would just drop out after 30 minutes. and then I couldn't get them to connect back without actually ending the call. So these are just random connectivity issues that I ran into, to the point where I actually started using my old, like, first generation AirPods just to do phone calls. So the batteries are pretty much shot on those, so I would use one ear and then while I'm charging the other one and then switch, because I couldn't deal with how much these disconnected. This was before I got the AirPods Pros. So that did play another part into me switching. Number 3 is the charging case. Now this didn't bother me as much at first because I got these right when quarantine started, so I wasn't going out of the house as much. I'm still not going out of the house a lot, but there's been a few times where I need to go get my car fixed or something like that, where I'm going to be waiting somewhere and I wanted to bring my headphones with me. And every time I did, it was like, you know that you have these headphones with you, especially if you compare them to how small this is. So it's just overall, from a convenience standpoint, it's something I can just grab and throw in my pocket and forget that it's even there. The AirPods are just a lot better. They're just a lot more convenient and easier to carry around. And also, I do like the fact that this has USB-C for charging, but being that the case is this big, I understand these are bigger headphones, so yes, the case has to be bigger, logically speaking, but come on, no wireless charging with a case this size. I mean, personally, I only paid $100 for them, but they do retail, or they did retail for $230. You can get them for around $170 now, but you know, at this price point, only coming in $20 cheaper than the AirPods Pros, which already have water resistance and these don't, but also just not having wireless charging on a case this big, at least give me some kind of reward for having a case this big, like wireless charging. I think that was a missed opportunity, and then along with the size, it's just less convenient. Number 4, the touch controls. So these headphones have 2 touch surfaces on each earbud, and they're a little circle. And at first I was like, you know, they're kind of cool. They're not the greatest, but they don't really get in the way. They're fine until they get in the way. For me, they're just big enough around the edges that when I go to adjust them in my ear, you know, the fit, I would accidentally press them and either pause or play my music or adjust the volume, because that's how I had mine set up, which is another great feature of these, by the way. I do like how customizable the controls are, but sometimes they're too sensitive when you need to adjust the fit in your ear. And then other times they just don't register at all. So it's like either they're really sensitive, like they're too sensitive, or there's like a massive delay when you hit the button, or they don't register at all. So they're just very inconsistent and they kind of get in the way. So I would love to see Sony improve this on the next generation, but the touch controls are more annoying than they need to be. And finally, reason number 5 is the noise canceling. So if you go back and watch my AirPods Pro unboxing video, I immediately was like, wow. As soon as I put them in, how great the noise canceling are. These have noise canceling, but it feels a lot more passive. Like it's there, but it's like you barely notice that it's there. The AirPods, the noise canceling is amazing. Like you can have this at like half volume or a lower volume and it will still block out most of the noise. Or you can just put these on and they'll block out a lot of noise. Like I haven't tested any other earbuds that have come close to the AirPods Pro when it comes to noise canceling. So the Sony's, yes, technically it has them, but to me it feels more like a novelty than an actual feature. So noise canceling, these just can't compete with the AirPods Pro. So those are my top 5 reasons as to why I switched from the Sony WF-1000XM3s to the AirPods Pro. And like I said, I have a tiered headphone system, so I have 3 different pairs of headphones for the 3 different situations in my life, including now the AirPods Max, which I will have a full review of that coming up in the next few weeks, so make sure to subscribe. But again, I want to say that sound quality wise, these are still a lot better. These are okay. If you're looking for the best sound quality, like as far as wireless earbuds, I would definitely say these are worth it, especially because I've seen them for as low as $130. Of course, take into mind the things that I said, they're not going to be as convenient, but I've also mentioned this before, these are kind of like replacements for over-the-ear headphones, where these feel more like companions. These feel more like high-end earbuds, but you would still want like some higher-end over-the-ear headphones along with them when you want a better listening experience. So if I was going from the standpoint of like I had to have 1 pair of headphones, I didn't have over-the-ears, I only had to have earbuds, and I wanted the best sound quality, I probably would pick these. I would deal with the shortcomings, and I would pick these because these sound good enough where I felt like I don't need over-the-ear headphones. And honestly, the whole time that I used these for about 8 months, I rarely picked up my Sony WH-1000XM3s. That's how good the sound quality is up here. But being that I did have those headphones, I was like, I really don't need earbuds that sound this good. I want the convenience, I want the connectivity, I want all the AirPod features. I want to be able to sit here and make calls and not have to worry about it disconnecting. So that's why I switched to the AirPods Pros. But both of these are great headphones. Let me know what you think. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, tell a friend, tell a coworker, like, share, and subscribe, and always do at least 2 things at the same time. Peace.